Hi, everybody. Today we're looking at Bluetooth sync. So this happens when you are making a recording against a learning track, and you'll notice there's a slight delay or a lag between what you're singing and what's actually on the learning track. So this happens in particular with Bluetooth headphones that have a bit of a built-in delay or lag because of the radio transmission that has to go between your phone and the headphones. So we can compensate for that. Um, some modern Bluetooth headphones, it's not an issue. I've noticed with AirPods Pro and some of the later Android ones that it's actually pretty good, and there's some compensation for delay, and so it's not an issue. I've got some older Amazon headphones. They're pretty cheap. That may have that issue. That we're going to give it a go. Just a quick note that if you're using wired headphones, like the kind that you plug in directly to your phone, this is not an issue at all. So this video is really only for people who might be struggling a little bit with their Bluetooth headphones and they're noticing some lag between the recordings and the learning tracks that they're recording against. So let's give it a go. Okay, so the first thing we do is in the library, there's a track that comes with your app called Bluetooth Sync. We're going to click on that Bluetooth Sync track. Okay, once that's loaded up, we're going to jump across to the Record tab down on the bottom. Okay, now that we're on the Record tab, we're going to start a recording, and we're going to follow the instructions and make a little recording against this track just so we can measure what that lag might be between what I'm recording and what's actually on the learning track. So we'll press Start Recording down on the bottom, and then here we go.
If you're experiencing delays or lag when recording against a learning track, where the parts don't quite sync up, this may be due to the connection of your wireless headphones. Use this track to calibrate. Record against the track and say Cat Cup in time with the recording. Use the Recording Sync Adjust in the Settings tab until playback of your recording is completely synced up. Begin. Cat Cup, 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 Cat Cup.
Okay, that's probably about enough to give us an idea. So let's listen back to that now and see if we can notice any delay between when I say Cat Cup and when the track actually says Cat Cup. So they should be completely synced up because I said them in time, in the rhythm, exactly with that learning track. So let's see what it sounds like.
Cat Cup, 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 Cat Cup.
Wow, it's actually pretty good. There might be just a slight delay that I can hear there, but it's surprisingly good with these headphones. Not too bad at all. What we'll do to compensate just for that slight delay is we'll go into the settings down on the bottom. That's a little blue cog. And in the settings, there's a tool here, a little slider called Recording Sync Adjust. And we can move this all the way up to 500 milliseconds to compensate for that delay. This is definitely not that bad. So I'm going to just keep it down here, maybe at around 50 milliseconds, because I think that's about what that lag is with these cheaper headphones. Okay, so once we have that set to 50 milliseconds, we go back to the Record tab. And let's listen again and see if we can notice any difference.
Cat Cup, 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 Cat Cup.
Yeah, that's really good. So that's perfectly in sync. So that means that when you're doing a recording, that your learning track and what you're actually putting down as your vocals into PartPerfect will be completely synced up. Your notes will finish and end, providing that you're singing at the right place at exactly the same spot. So that's what we want. Okay, if you have any questions, please hit up the forum on the PartPerfect website or drop me a line in the feedback form. Thanks very much.